Hundreds of thousands of California homeowners are now scrambling right now as insurance companies hike their rates sky high or drop them altogether. The reason? Wildfires, and the problem keeps growing. USAA just announced it's raising rates by double digits for 265,000 homeowners and condo owners. Those rate hikes start at the end of the year. In San Mateo County, leaders want the governor to declare a state of emergency over the insurance crisis. Our Max Darrow has a closer look at that effort and how homeowners are scrambling to find solutions.
In a remote part of unincorporated San Mateo County, you'll find Patricia Okafi.
Yeah, just try to trim it down.
Working hard to make sure her home has enough defensible space.
It is getting harder each year, and it's true of this whole community. A lot of us moved out here when we were much younger.
It's one of the many steps she takes to ensure her home is as fire safe as possible. But it's not the threat of fire that causes her constant anxiety.
We're not going to renew you.
Those are words she heard back in 2019 from her longtime insurance company.
I mean, when we got canceled by Allstate, we were paying less than $4,000, I believe, and it went up to $20,000.
She ultimately was able to get a plan with State Farm with a premium of around $6,000. But now, with insurers like State Farm leaving California and others skyrocketing premiums and limiting coverage, Okafi is nervous she will once again get dropped.
Thousands of people are losing their insurance on a regular basis. It's very unnerving. You just never know. And if you have a mortgage, you've got to have insurance.
And it's not only people who live in some of the more fire-prone parts of the county that are at risk of losing their policies or have already had their policies canceled.
Pacifica all the way down to Pescadero.
San Mateo County Supervisor Ray Mueller routinely hears about this happening from people who live in his district.
I just want to figure out how we can go ahead and bring resources to help them.
That's why he and the rest of the Board of Supervisors are urging Governor Newsom to declare a state of emergency for California's insurance crisis.
Right now we have an emergency taking place. It may not be visible to the eye, but people in our district are experiencing it every single day. It allows the state to actually bypass the rulemaking process and go ahead and start implementing actions right now and requirements on the insurance market.
According to the Department of Insurance, 7 of the top 12 insurance companies operating in the state have either cut existing policies or stopped writing new ones since 2022. The department is working on implementing a plan that it believes will expand coverage and bring insurance companies back to California.
The implementation of what comes out of that isn't really set to take effect until 2026, which is far too off in the future.
Okafi says she can understand why insurance companies are raising rates to a degree. The climate is changing. Fires have ravaged California in recent years.
Of course, we could see the fire. The CZU fire was all across that ridge. You could see the flames from here. Started up here, and you could see it go to Santa Cruz. And it did wake everybody up. And most people were not really into home hardening and defensible space before that. They are now.
However, she says that was one of only 2 fires in her around 30 years living here. Since then, her community has taken major proactive steps to become a nationally recognized fire-wise community.
And it feels like the insurance companies are making these arbitrary decisions not based on the facts of the real situation on the ground.
Worst case scenario, she'll have to leave the place she never planned on leaving, something many people facing this threat may be considering.
And that affects the economy of California and our future.
She hopes the state cements a solution that provides stability before that happens.
And this is having a significant impact on home sales. In a new survey by the California Association of Realtors, 13% of realtors, or 1 in 7, reported a sale falling out of escrow because the buyer couldn't find insurance. That number nearly doubled year over year. Well, it's gotten so bad this summer, the association added a contingency to home sales that lets the buyer just bail out of the contract if they aren't satisfied with the insurance options and costs available.